So I'm doing a slightly different video size today because I really wanted to include a little bit more of the backdrop while at the same time having this. And you know, why not? You know, it's incredible what we do, what we tell ourselves that keeps us stuck in the same old, same old. It keeps us stuck in that comfort zone saying, oh, but if I do it that way, that might happen. And if I do it that way, it might go wrong. So why don't I just stay here where I am and not open myself up to the amazing shit that could happen if I just, open myself up. Apparently, I needed to hear that too, dear goddess. Welcome, my name is Rochelle Richard, and you are here for the Divine Feminine Twin Flame Goddess Rising Empowerment reading. Yes, that is a mouthful, but you know what I've realized? I usually have a mouthful to say. And it's incredible how we clamp up our throat chakra. Why? Why? Because you're afraid of being judged, you're afraid of being criticized, you're afraid of being in trouble, whatever that is, goddess. You're afraid of being an embarrassment, being a burden, making a fool of yourself. And this is why, and this is, oh my goodness, like literally this last week, the discernment on your own thoughts. The Thankful to Thrive Thursday this last week, because here we are, Super Sign Sunday, is discernment, being very, very discerning of your own thoughts, of what you are feeding in your own mind. Because what you are feeding, that's what's growing, goddess. What you are thinking and believing, that is what you are creating and receiving. Just look at your, just look at your experience here. That was a good breakfast, I'm going to say, by the way. Wanted to make sure I had plenty of, energy inside me for this. But truly, because when what you think and believe is what you create and receive, you've got to be the one reclaiming your power from your own mind. Because that is truly the greatest Goliath you will ever face, is that which is inside of you. Even my own twin, oh my goodness, I'm actually kind of, at a loss for words in a bit. Perhaps that is, not perhaps. And it is because I simply just need to be here holding space for him while he purges through some things of deep-rooted beliefs of his own that are keeping him in suffering as well. And it can be so heartbreaking to watch someone you love, whether it's your twin flame, a soul sister, anybody, to be hurting in a way that they can heal it. But they have to allow themselves to feel it. We have to allow ourselves to see the shit that we're telling ourselves. We have to allow ourselves to see that what we are telling ourselves is what we are attracting then in our experience. It's what we are creating for ourselves. I love this twin flame journey. However, would I say that every day? No, you wouldn't catch me on my shadow days probably saying that. And I've said that before, where it's like, oh, I wish I'd never met my twin. I wish da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. But when we drop down into our heart and soul space, we realize that this is a soul journey. You're a soul being having a human being experience, not the other way around. And when we can really step back, detach from these thoughts that have been holding us back, holding us down, keeping us stuck in this box of that which we really don't want to be living. It's up to us. It's up to you, goddess. You are the catalyst in your experience. And this card comes up again. I swear it was also on Thankful to Thrive Thursday. Receive. Again, you are the catalyst. You are the catalyst to letting into your experience what you desire to experience. And that includes twin flame union by coming home to union within, to your true soul self inside you, to recognize that you are abundant. You've got to be the one to shift what you are aligning with inside yourself. Discernment over that to which you are giving your thoughts, your energy, your attention, because that is what you receive. What you think and believe is what you create and receive. So, dear goddess, you want to receive something different. You want to receive twin flame union. You want to receive, an abundance of money, an amazing job, an amazing life. You've got to be the one to be creating that from the inside out. From the inside out. Even for myself, I've had some major shifts this last week, because I have created and am finalizing, and I'm actually doing, that's the finalization part of it, my brand new 7-day self-love empowerment challenge, twin flame edition. It is by far, and I've gotten feedback from a couple goddesses who have done previous challenges with me before they were twin flame energized, shall we say. And we've all agreed that this is the most powerful challenge that I've created to date. So much so that even yours truly, moi, has been a little stuck on day 5. It's not that days 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 4 were super easy per se. It was that there weren't really a lot of blocks around them for me. But day 5, ooh. And that has been the consensus as well from the feedback, is that, yeah, day 5's a doozy. I'm not going to do that one right now. So your 7-day challenge that you're about to do with me just may very well take you a few more days. It might take 10 days, and that's okay. That's what part of this, that is really the core, actually, of the self-love empowerment challenges to begin with, is to be learning to love yourself. And that means to be holding that space for yourself, to be giving love to yourself and receiving that love from yourself, to say it's okay. So in the meantime, what I've done is I finally finished painting on my wall. I finally organized my wonderful little plant section I got over there in the window. And I literally am creating this whole gorgeous bubble in this room here. And it's my whole little world. Oh, I love it. Okay. Now, what was I just saying, dear goddess? I love this. I love when the cards just are like, yep, spot on, goddess, spot on. Patience with yourself. By cultivating and expanding, nurturing, growing patience with yourself, which is a facet of love. It's an act of love. Love's this big, beautiful umbrella that has all these wonderful, amazing things within it. Patience being one of those things. That's why they say love is patient. Love is kind, right? To be patient with yourself. To acknowledge that this journey is a perpetual going and growing journey. And just because I pack a doozy in day 5 of the challenge doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up and do day 5 in one day. Honor where you are in your journey. Honor the space that you require to process things. Just as I said, I am doing for my love, because I'm not going to deny, goddess, his karmic, and it's such a mind-blowing dynamic. But she was a Cat 5 tornado that blew, or Cat 5 would be an F5, because that's the system they use to measure tornadoes. But an F5 tornado that blew through both his and my world, especially his, in the sense of ego attachment. It was so weird. I just heard something buzzing, And I don't have anything that's turned on that would buzz. No alarms, no. So weird. But not weird now that I'm, of course, anchoring into this, of just the whole amplification of recognizing that it was a blessing. Because we cannot create something new when there's something old standing in its way. So we needed that F5 tornado to blow through. Because now, holy crap, the conversations that he and I have, literally shadow work conversation, the deep soul conversations, not, oh, lovey-dovey this, but literally the work that we've come to do. It's so incredible. And I'm not going to deny, Goddess, some of the work that I've still got to do on myself is really, truly being done with doubt. Ooh, done with doubt. That's a nice little hashtag there. Being done with doubt completely about my twin flame connection and that which is the twin flame journey, and be the true leader. As for all of us, to truly lead is to be so anchored in your knowing that even if things do not turn out how you were manifesting them to be, or how you would have liked them to be, does not make you any less of a leader. It is how you respond to that outcome that determines you being that leader. Are you going to let it knock you down and keep you down? Or are you going to go, oh, wait a minute. What can we learn from this? How can this help me grow? How is this being offered to help me grow? See, the light just got brighter. This is really fun today. We lead by example, Goddess. And I've certainly had to, really learn this more and more for myself. Being, again, afraid to really put myself out there, to really, even though I have been, it's so mind-blowing. So I know that I have a battle inside myself. We all do. Soul, the ego. Soul, ego. And my loves is really intense. So as you're going through all of this, as you are learning this journey, this self-love journey, one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is nature. The gift of nature itself. This is why you see my tapestry here. I literally have created and am still creating an entire world in this one room in my house. I'm kind of like, okay, well, sure, I can accept. I'm shifting into that whole acceptance that, okay, so the matrix dictates we're supposed to stay home. We're supposed to, be in our bubble in our house. Okay, fine. I'll make my bubble. I'll bring nature to me. Plants, everything out here. And this card, ooh. Because, dear Goddess, you are so much stronger than what you've ever allowed yourself to see or believe. You are. But that's the point here, is being discerning of that to which you give your thoughts. Being discerning of what you choose to believe about yourself and this world as a whole. Because that is what is either aligning you with what you desire or knocking you out of alignment with what you desire. Your own mind is that powerful. So yeah, allow yourself to see your strength, dear Goddess, because you really are so much more powerful than what you've ever been made to believe you are. I'm really loving today's reading so far for Super Science Sunday. This is crazy. Oh, so take a break. Even I am taking a break for my Sunday, I usually, again, because I publish this on Saturday night for Super Science Sunday, I actually, I do that so that I can have a sign-off Sunday and then a me Monday. Sunday and Mondays are usually my days where I do my best, and I'm getting better and better at it, of really taking that break and disconnecting from these devices. And so, in fact, tomorrow, Sunday, I am actually going out with some new Soul Tribe friends. And we're going to go shooting, like literally shooting guns. He's bringing me, he says, I'm going to get you the 6-shooter that says misbehaving on it. Cause that's just so, I'm like, dude, you're so in my vibe right now. Totally. And his girl, oh my gosh, like they are both such amazing souls. I'm so excited to spend time with them and a few other people that I'll be getting introduced to. And I literally had to ask myself, cause remember, my mind is saying, stay home, and I will. I do. I'm a homebody. If I can't travel the world, then I'm just going to stay home. If I can't go out into the forest right now, then I'm just going to stay home. Create it for me. But when this opportunity was offered me, I literally had to ask myself, Rochelle, what are you going to do on Sunday? Otherwise, nothing. Just stay at home like I do a lot of the other days of the week. So it's taking the break. Allowing myself to say, you know what, maybe I'll share some in my stories or get a couple videos to share and post because it's something new for me that I'm doing tomorrow. But it's literally going to be, I'm not focusing on any fucking work tomorrow. No. And that's what happens when you're passionate, when you are living your passion, is to a lot of people, oh, you work all the time? Well, I work on my passion. I'm living my passion. I want to be getting this out for all of you. I desire to be, really rising into my own power and into my own leadership role. More and more and more here. And I've got to be the one to honor and live by example. And that includes to take a break because, dear Goddess, even when you love what you do, you still got to live your life too. Still got to get out and just experience. So tomorrow will be my once a month. No, tomorrow will be my, cause we're like going like an hour away. We're going like out. It's going to be colder too. I live in the desert by choice because I like it hot. So boundaries with yourself. And that is exactly what I set for myself for Sunday and Monday. Sign off Sunday, which is something that I've had for a while that I fell out of because especially having a roommate, someone in my space, I don't really get that sign off Sunday. I do not get that 100% my own space anymore when there's someone living in my space. So my sign off Sunday kind of went by the wayside because I still had that interaction. For me, it doesn't matter who it is. It's an energetic thing. And I have, as you may have heard in videos before, I have lived alone for the last 15 of the 20 years of my life because I require my own energetic space. I need to be around people who are, well, I need to just be in my own space. And she is the one privileged so far to live in that space. Now, when, see, there's doubt, definitely doubt. We ever get to travel again, or they ever start doing visitor visas for America or things like that, then, and my twin gets to come here, since I got to go there to India, which right now our visas are suspended to go to India. If we ever get to again, well, he would get to come and he would sleep in that room because my bedroom's small. Anyway, I digress. Boundaries, goddess. Boundaries with yourself. Boundaries with the world, boundaries with your energy, with recognizing and honoring yourself by knowing what you need. That's literally why I had to go off on that little tangent right there, is because I have come to know so much of what I need. And I'm getting so much better at expressing to my roommate when I'm like, I need just quiet. I need you to be just as quiet as possible. It needs to be as much like I have no one living in my space as possible. Because I'm feeling the walls closing in. And that's just, more blocks to work through. All right. So it's really going to be important for you to look in your life and ask yourself, where do I need to establish better boundaries? Because by how you treat yourself, that's how you're going to allow others to treat you. So if you treat yourself like shit, you cannot bitch and complain about someone else treating you like shit, dear goddess. And that's the fact of it. They're mirroring you're teaching them how to treat you. So, where in your life do you need better boundaries? And as you protect your energy more and more, as you fill your cup more and more, you rise more and more and more. You are the catalyst, goddess. You want to raise your vibration. You want your vibration raised. You've got to be the one to be really allowing that to happen. You've got to be the one to be discerning about your thoughts, be allowing yourself to receive, being patient and truly learning to love yourself on this journey, leading by example, because as you lead by loving yourself and showing others how they in turn love themselves, wow. Imagine if everybody filled their cups so full that they were able to overflow into those around us. Imagine an entire world where every human being had an overflowing cup. Oh, hello, New Earth. Nice to see you. I've been believing in you since I got here. Well, obviously then since before I got here, right? Lifetimes. You are the oracle, dear goddess. Only you can know your true path here. And this is why it's so important for you to be coming home to you, to be coming home within. To truly know if that is your twin, to truly know what your mission is, what your connection looks like. Each self-love empowerment journey is unique, so you better believe each twin flame journey is unique. However, what is the same among all of them is love. Love for yourself, love for your twin, and love for all. To really be anchoring and amplifying this new earth energy from within. Because, dear goddess, this is what you're doing. This is what we're doing. We're birthing a new age. Oh my gosh, the new earth energy is exactly what I was talking about. I love these. I love when my readings are just like, I love this. I just love this. And this is how amazing the calls go, my coaching calls with clients. They're just phenomenal. This is why I changed how I was doing things. And I had to really look at what I love to do. Because in this new earth, that's what it's about. It's your soul's passion. It's about what lights you up. No more of this forcing ourselves to fit into a box. No more putting baby in a motherfucking corner. No, goddess. You get your pretty little butt up on that stage and you shine in that spotlight. You be the spotlight because you are a spotlight. A spotlight for love, a spotlight for this new earth, a spotlight for truth and transparency and compassion and leadership. Fully authentically you, so that others can be fully authentically them. To be breaking down the walls of judgment and blame and shame and guilt, anger, fear. To finally see fear for what it truly is. False evidence appearing real. It's rooted in the ego. Love is rooted in the soul. The ego does not know love. The soul is love. That's what this incredible contrasting duality experience is about. Really learning to come into that balance and see things for what they are. To see you for who and what you are. A powerful goddess rising into her power more and more and more. So you can lead in the birthing of this new earth. Because it's happening. going to be painful still for a little while longer. But then I hear those words come out of my mouth and I'm like, well, okay, what's a little bit longer? Because the first 40 years, okay, they were no fucking cakewalk. So nice. But what we're doing here, Goddess, is this new age. Children of the future, they will not know the depth of trauma and struggle and pain and suffering that so many of us have had to endure and overcome. That children will instead be taught to meditate. They will be taught the powerful beings that they are. They will be taught the power of their thoughts, the power of their energy. They will be taught that they are creating their reality rather than being told what to believe and think instead. That's exactly why the country's in the state it is because for 4 years, the darkness, the evil, laid out its ugly plan and convinced the masses to create the timeline, the reality that these elites wanted created. And that's exactly what's happened. This is why it's both sometimes a blessing and a curse to be awake. Not broke woke, but to be awake and awakening. Because awakening is a journey of expanding consciousness. You know you can never know it all. And so you continue to ask and ask and ask and question everything. Why do you think a child is always asking why? Because you cannot expand your mind if you do not ask. If you do not allow for the possibilities. Because in the realm of possibility, all things are possible, Goddess. Just because someone refuses to believe something, refuses to see something that's in front of their face, it certainly does not mean it's not true. It just means they refuse to see it. And that also applies to amazing things, Goddess. We tend to attach all these things to the negative. What if you really began to practice discernment and you say, you know, that thought, that vision, that focus, that doesn't feel good. So what can I focus on instead that does? What can I choose to give my attention to and feed that aligns me with receiving good feeling things? Because my point of attraction is set for feeling good. You see that? That said, dear Goddess, when you are ready to dive deep and really truly look at yourself and look at the challenges that have been keeping you stuck in struggling, stuck in suffering, and you are really ready to reclaim your power back from your own mind, to have succinct guidance for where you are and where you've got to go to get to where you want to go. I'm here for you. This is what I love to do. This is my purpose. This is my earth mission, my twin flame mission, my soul purpose. I love it. You can book your own intuitive clarity session at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. Again, that is empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. And I will drop the link below. I will also put the link that will link you to all of my links to empowerment, which are all my current tools, resources, practices, and techniques that I have available to you. Everything from the coming soon, the Self-Love Empowerment Challenge Twin Flame Edition. It does say coming soon. It will say now, newly launched or something like that. It is a fully automated challenge, like I said, so you can do it at your own pace. You don't have to feel the pressure. Because in my past, I would do it as, a collective with a whole giveaway. And there was a lot of pressure, not just on all of you, but on me too. That was so much energetic work. And now I've tweaked things to make it all the more empowering for all of us. So you can access from that to booking your, intuitive clarity session, to even, my social media links. And because I utilize doTERRA and Legal Shield as empowerment tools, I also have links for those. Anything that I have utilized and that have had such a profound impact on my life, I am here to pass along to you, to introduce to you. Because I really, truly would not want to imagine what my life would still be like had I not opened myself up to receive and be more discerning about my thoughts to receive, having patience with myself on this incredible self-love empowerment journey, this perpetual going and growing journey, to really, truly rise into being the leader that I am, just as you are being called to. And the power of nature, the power of grounding yourself, the power of, I'm a tree hugger, literally. I will hug a tree. I am. Seeing the strength that I have in myself, dear Goddess, I'm telling you, you've got to get out of your own way. Take a break. Look at the boundaries that you are needing to implement with yourself, especially because you are rising. All right? You are the catalysts to rising. Believe me, you don't want to know how far down in the matrix I was. You don't even, but you're gonna, because I'm publishing my short blog. Well, I say short. Publishing a blog, a bio on my blog, starting Monday, part 1, and then part 2 will be published the following week. Because, dear Goddess, we're birthing a new age. We have to look at what was, extract the lessons, and learn from it. That's the key. You don't want to just keep memorizing history and regurgitating history. We need to look at it, look at how we can learn from it. Be discerning, because we are creating our reality. It's time to really take responsibility for that which we are creating here. That said, dear Goddess, I will see you in the next video, or hopefully I'll be seeing you soon on your own intuitive clarity coaching session with me. I will see you soon, dear beloved Goddess. Remember, the power is in your hands, I assure you. Because the power has always been inside you. Namaste.